Hi wrestling fans, thanks for clicking the dreaded D-Rose report. My biggest question of the year. Answer this in the comments whenever you can. I just love to know the answer to this. My biggest question of the year. If there was no such thing as Hulk Hogan, who else in the wrestling business could have been brought in that would have wrestling at the position it's in now, or the way it was in the 80s and 90s, you know, with him there? Would there have been rock and roll wrestling? Would there have been, you know, would we be at the place we are now? Would it be that popular? Or who could have done it? Now, we're not looking really, well, you could name anybody, but this is back in the 80s. That's not, you know, before Austin, before Rock. But if you want to include them in it, they could have, you know, brought wrestling up in the 90s rather than starting in the 80s like Hogan did. But who else could have done that if there was no such thing as Hogan? Alright, in a new article to promote WWE's Money in the Bank pay-per-view in Chicago Tribune, the author there noted he wanted to request an interview for CM Punk for a piece. WWE denied the request, said, no, you speak to another superstar, John Cena. WWE's continuing the storyline through mainstream media as Cena commented on what's going on. Cena said to the Tribune, "From the way I understand it, he's suspended, but I think the match is going to happen. Punk reached an agreement with them not to talk badly about WWE. Technically, it's 2 weeks before Money in the Bank, so he's still got 2 weeks to screw it up for himself." By the way, Scotty Too Hotty, he turns 38 today. He's not so hotty anymore, is he? In fact, I think he quit doing the worm. It's called the snail. And WWE referee Charles Robinson turns 47. Sure didn't know he was that old. Don't look it. And Bret Hart, Hall of Famer Bret Hart, turns 54, and he looks it. And former WWE diva Amy Weber turns 41. Is the word MILF right for that? Alright. WWE toughened up competitor Luke Robinson. He was interviewed by TimesRecord.com this week, and it was noted that nobody from WWE has contacted him since the season finale on Raw weeks back. Luke added that WWE superstar Ted DiBiase told him, "Money is written all over you and you will be a star in WWE one day." Apparently the day hadn't come yet. On last night's SmackDown, Sin Cara lost his first match since debuting with WWE earlier this year, and Sin Cara faced off against Christian and lost after getting hit with a spear. He had picked up 14 straight TV and pay-per-view wins before losing this week, and I don't know how many house shows, a lot more than that. This past Thursday's TNA Impact Wrestling on Spike TV scored a 1.27 upsum with about 1.8 million viewers. This is kind of, I don't know what's going on here. Ric Flair drama continues at last night's TNA Base Brawl event in Brooklyn, New York. Despite being advertised to appear by TNA and promoted by Dom West, Jeremy Borash to the live crowd, Flair did not come out for the fans. Flair did, however, appear earlier, you know, for the fans, for the VIP ticket holders, and did autograph signings. Word going around after the show that Flair had turned down the request to come out in front of the crowd and left the building before the show was even over. Somebody has inmates running the asylum again over there. Does WCW sound familiar? Anyway, in other news from the Brooklyn Base Brawl, I don't know why it's hard for me to say. The words are hard for me to say. Anyway, Brother Devon faced Brother Ray in a Bound for Glory series match, and Rob Van Dam beat AJ Styles for another Bound for Glory series match. So far, the results from WWE house shows in Melbourne, Australia, way down south. Rey Mysterio defeated CM Punk. Yeah, he's down there. WWE Diva Champion Kelly Kelly and Beth Phoenix defeated the Bella Twins. Zack Ryder defeated Primo. Evan Bourne defeated Jack Swagger. Hang on a second. Well, let's try it again. Okay, Evan Bourne defeated Jack Swagger. Dolph Ziggler defeated Kofi Kingston to retain the U.S. Championship. Santino Marella and Vladimir defeated the new Nexus, David Otunga and Mike McGillicuddy. It was a disqualification. Alex Riley, he defeated The Miz in a Melbourne, Australia feet fight. Feet fight. Did I say feet fight? I think I did. And it might be a street fight instead. John Cena, we need a feet fight sometime. I never even thought about that. That might be a good thing to put on their roulette wheel. Anyway, John Cena defeated R-Truth to retain the championship. WWE returns to the pit at the University of New Mexico, Albuquerque, on September 25th. Bell time is going to be 5 o'clock. Jerry Lawler, he's going to be appearing at the Norfolk Tides baseball game, Norfolk, Virginia, Harbor Park, July 24th. Former star Fit Finley is taking bookings through Bill Behrens, and WWE added a new twist to the Great Khali and Jinder Mahal story last night's at SmackDown when Ranjan revealed that Mahal is the brother-in-law of Khali and Singh. Ranjan Singh. So, I don't know how that's going. Big deal. Anyway, it depends on the success of this year's Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels and The Rock versus Steve Austin DVD sets. WWE is going to be looking to do more rivalry-themed DVDs in the future. Oh, by the way, I got the cage matches, Best Cage Match DVD. I think it got released Tuesday. Great DVD, and it had some old antique cages that were inside the ring, like one of the first ones they remember. There was the ring ropes, and the cage was on the inside of the ropes. And they showed blood. It was, they had some funny stuff on there too. Anyway, WWE continued the CM Punk storyline at Friday's Raw in Sydney, Australia. It was announced before the show that CM Punk was suspended by Vince McMahon, and Punk had reached an agreement not only that he would only perform on live events, not TV shows. Punk then came out and cut a promo on the McMahon family, among others, before they cut his mic off again. This led to Punk losing to Rey Mysterio in the opening match. Jim Ross noted on his Twitter that WWE did a very nice $1.1 million gate in Sydney, Australia. Stan, the man with the stopwatch hand, said Thursday's WWE Superstar show had 23 minutes 43 seconds of in-ring action. Ring of Honor's Gary Silkin had the following to say about Monday night's on Monday Night Mayhem radio show about Chris Hero and Claudio Castagnoli possibly joining WWE. He said it's the same story. We've been through this many times, whether it's CM Punk, whether it's Tyler Black, Samoa Joe, Nigel, Brian Daniels, and so on. He said these guys have been loyal and hardworking. Naturally, they'd love to go further. And he just rambled on that way. Really didn't say too much. He said that's another thing that we are going to see happen. People coming and going. All right. MVP is going to be filming a music video tomorrow for his single, Holla to the World. Also, for what it's worth, all of CM Punk's Nexus t-shirts on WWE website, except the 3X and 4X, are all sold out. So what's that telling me? He's making them a bunch of money. If they do extra good on their pay-per-view, they're going to love being talked about at WWE. Alright, WWE will tape tonight's next NXT and this week's SmackDown from the U.S. Airways Centers, Phoenix, Arizona. WWE's teasing confrontation between Orton and Henry on SmackDown, while NXT will see another elimination, bringing the rookie field down to 2. Advertised locally, it's going to be Orton versus Christian in a street fight. Not a Melbourne street fight, it's a street fight. Las Vegas, Arizona street fight, I guess. Anyway, according to fans in attendance at tonight's Raw in Vegas, after the show went off the air, Cole announced that WWE has suspended. Oh hell, that's old news there. Forget that. So anyway, John Cena, where am I at? Oh, well hell, I guess I'm done. Pick up the DVD for the greatest cage matches. Very good, very good. It got some ancient old stuff in it. Got Andre versus Hogan in it too, from I believe it was the 80s. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.